Yeah, what up, YouTube? Here with a post-fight review video of the John Ryder Daniel Jacobs fight that took place last week in London. Y'all already know the results to this fight. John Ryder won himself a split decision win over Daniel Jacobs, in which a lot of boxing fans believe to be a controversial decision. I personally thought that Daniel Jacobs won the fight. I had us personally score 115 to 113 in favor of Daniel Jacobs, but that's not how the judges saw it. It wasn't like a ridiculous decision. The scorecards wasn't far off. Like I said, it was a split decision, so that goes to show you it wasn't nothing crazy. And from what I remember, the judges didn't have such a wide gap on the scorecards. But like I said, I thought the wrong man won that fight, but it might have been due to hometown biases. That might have played in the favor, but I don't think England has as bad judges as like places like Texas when it comes to the sport of boxing. But I thought it was a wrong decision, but nonetheless, much respect to both fighters. I don't think Daniel Jacobs losing this takes away from his ability or his stature as a fighter. And just because a lot of people thought that Daniel Jacobs won the fight and John Ryder didn't, he still fought hard. He still won the fight regardless. Regardless of how we feel, he won the card on paper officially. That's why it doesn't take anything away from him either. And like I said, I had it around the par, so that goes to show you it was a close competitive fight. So like I said, much respect to both fighters, but nonetheless, let's get to the analysis of the fight. For the first beginning rounds, Daniel Jacobs was clearly winning. I would say for like the first 3 rounds, John Ryder just wasn't throwing any punches. So Daniel Jacobs was clearly winning the beginning rounds. It wasn't up till about the mid rounds is when John Ryder started to find his rhythm a little bit, started loosening up a little more, and actually started throwing punches and got to work. And I say it was the 6th or the 7th round. But one of those rounds, I believe it was the 7th round, that's when John Ryder landed a solid punch on Daniel Jacobs, which buckled Jacobs' knee, and Jacobs was hurt, and he had a hard time recovering from those shots from John Ryder. And that's when John Ryder really started going to work and started to go after Daniel Jacobs to go for the stoppage. But Daniel Jacobs is a seasoned veteran. He's got decent defense, and he was able to fend off John Ryder's onslaught. But he didn't recover well. I say for like after the 7th round, for like 2 rounds on, Jacobs didn't recover from John Ryder's punches, and he was getting outworked on the inside. He was getting chased around the ring, and he was showing signs of hurt while John Ryder was going to work for them 2.5 rounds. And when Jacobs did finally recover from John Ryder's onslaught, the man looked fatigued. He looked tired. He didn't look like he had his legs under him, and that's when John Ryder actually looked more comfortable and in his element. But this doesn't take anything away from Daniel Jacobs because, like I said, I still had to fight personally scored for Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs, he had to pull whatever tricks out of his hat to survive those rounds, and to stop John Ryder's onslaught, especially on the inside. He would switch stance, and yeah, being a veteran that he is, he pulled off whatever tricks he could to have the momentum shift back towards his side. And they fought hard all 12 rounds. Like I said, Daniel Jacobs, he might have showed signs of slowing down towards the end, but he still was in the fight, is what I'm saying. It just took him a little while to recover from John Ryder's attack when John Ryder had his moments in the fight. And as far as the future goes for both these fighters, Daniel Jacobs has pretty much fought everybody he could fight. Or he's fought Canelo, he's fought Triple G in their primes. He's fought Gabe Rosado. He's been champion. He's still a marquee name at the super middleweight division. He's a guy who could fluctuate from either light heavyweight or super middleweight. I say he could still be one of those gatekeepers at that division. There's still, plenty names out there, especially in the English domestic scene. But I don't know after this decision if he wants to continue fighting overseas, over there in England. And as far as John Ryder goes, Eddie Hearns was talking about he would like to line John Ryder up to maybe challenge Canelo for the undisputed super middleweight title. But I don't know if he's at that level. Canelo could sell out whatever fight that he's in with whatever opponent, as proven before. But I mean, John Ryder has had a good competitive fight against a previous opponent that Canelo's gotten in there with, Callum Smith. So I mean that fight could be possible because super middleweight division, let's be frank, other than David Benavidez, I don't think Canelo really has anybody else to fight at 168. With that being said, John Ryder being a tough, rugged fighter that he is, it wouldn't be a bad fight for Canelo. And yeah, but after this performance, I don't know if this puts him, in line to challenge for the undisputed title. I still think he should, fight, other fighters, to earn himself that title shot. Like I said, he's had 5 losses. He's not the greatest contender at that weight class. But he's up there. He's like one of those gatekeepers, top guys at the super middleweight division. Tough, rugged fighter, like I said. It could be good, compelling fights for the fans to watch for John Ryder at that weight class. But with that being said, I'm done as far as me talking about this fight, giving y'all my post-fight analysis on this fight. Y'all let me know what y'all thoughts were or thoughts are with this fight that happened with Jacobs and Ryder. And yeah, I would like to know how y'all had it scored, what y'all post-fight analysis thoughts are. And yeah, leave that in the comments if y'all want. And if y'all made a video surrounding this fight, and if y'all want me to check it out, I for sure will. And yeah, subscribe, share if y'all want, all that good stuff. Anyways, y'all be safe, stay healthy, and all that good stuff, alright? I'm out. Peace.